You know what I don't like about these new trucks? They don't have the red light for reading maps. Big J checking in. So what's going on, gang? Yeah, I love the red light. I'm gonna have to buy a lens, a flashlight with a red lens, and do something creative. Brickhouse Jim checking in. What did you work out today, Jay? Nothing. Bully, does the mail-in ballots affect the outcome of the election? I don't trust mail-in ballots. Every year, a bunch of mail-in ballots get lost, thrown away, not counted, rejected. A lot of people in the United States military that are overseas, their mail-in ballots never get fucking counted. Yeah. The mail-in ballot thing is actually going to hurt the Democrats because the Democrats are so afraid of COVID-19 that they don't want to go vote in person. Whereas Trumpers who think COVID-19 is bullshit and they're not scared, we're all going to go vote in person. So you're going to see a landslide victory for Trump on the night of Tuesday the 3rd. And then the Democrats are going to immediately go into fucking sue everybody fucking mode and try and get the outcome delayed so that they can try and fabricate some more mail-in ballots. I'll tell you what, you don't want to fuck with Chef Dave. Chef Dave really fucking had at it today. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with Chef Dave. He's very protective of his nephew, Jason Genova. Chef Dave is a pretty dangerous guy. He's got fucking plenty of guns. And he's a chef, so you know he knows how to use knives, too. Imagine the awesome collection of knives Chef Dave has. That fucker will cut you up like a fucking fillet. Oh, Jesus. Is that Cody Allen texting me? Cody, stop. Say something, Cody. I'll read your fucking message. Then I'll order 66 your ass. Cody, are you the guy who called me on the phone when I was getting ready for bed and I was so sick of my phone ringing I finally picked up? Cody Allen. Jay, I just watched a live video from that Crush Country dude. He just won't stop. Wow. Thank you, Cody. Great addition to the fucking forum here. You're on top of it, bro. Conservative Cuban is in the house. So I went down to Georgia this morning, made my delivery, picked up another load. Now I'm headed up to New Jersey. Got to be in New Jersey Wednesday morning. Northern New Jersey, too. Most of New Jersey isn't too bad. But northern New Jersey, I do not like. Or I shouldn't say northern, because the part of Jersey that's across the river from New York City, that is a shithole. I don't think Pelosi's going to become president, because they have like until January 21st or some shit like that to resolve the election before the Speaker of the House would take over. Cody Allen, 1988. I'm just broad. Guys, my bad. Cody, that doesn't make any sense, dude. You need to take a time out. Oh, he's just bored. And he's a really shitty speller. Are there any Italians left in New Jersey, or is it just Moulians? Actually, there's some good, decent white people in Jersey. I had a good time the last time I was up there. But I was way south of New York. I definitely, when it comes to being in New Jersey, I'd much rather be down near Philly. North of there is cool too. But you don't want to get too close to New York. I'm in Manalapan, all Guineas and Jews. Manalapan, Florida, that's just north of Delray Beach, right on A1A. Central Jersey, that's what I'm talking about, like across the water from oh shit, what am I thinking of? Well, like east of Trenton, New Jersey. I forget where I was last weekend. I had a good time up there. Yeah, I would have to say Central Jersey's not too bad. But New Jersey people think that's the fucking country. And it's not, there's nothing country about it. Like, there's no fucking Uber cars. You can get stranded at the fucking bar in Central Jersey. Oh, Cody Allen just said it's beautiful there. Cody, would you say it's beautiful? Is it gorgeous? I mean, beautiful is just, what do you mean by beautiful? Like, is it pretty? Is it cute? Is it gorgeous? You want to be an all-star in this live, Cody? You got to use better adjectives. What's your favorite part of Texas? Well, Houston and Dallas are absolute shitholes. I'm not a big fan of El Paso either. Too dangerous there for truckers. Number one place in the country to get your truck stolen is Texas, El Paso, Texas. College Station seems all right. Austin seems cool as fuck. Waco, I heard there's a kick-ass gym in Waco. Sorry, Colin Noel. Well, driving down on the expressway through El Paso is just creepy, man. You can see right across the river into Mexico, and those people are living in fucking squalor. Will you deliver to New York City? I've been to New York City. Well, I've driven across the Cross Bronx Expressway a bunch of times. But the only thing, I think I've been down making a delivery. Where was I? Can't remember. I did make a delivery in one of the 5 boroughs. But other than that, I've just been cutting through on the Cross Bronx Expressway. I think I made a delivery one time in Brooklyn, but it was tight as fuck. You got to be a good truck driver to take a 53-foot trailer behind a sleeper cab into New York City. They really shouldn't allow it. Manhattan's a ghost town because of the COVID-19. And everybody's leaving. No one wants to pay those taxes anymore. No one wants to put up with the bullshit with the New York governor and the mayor of New York City fucking shutting down the economy. Florida's in phase 3 of COVID-19 reopening. People in Georgia, South Carolina are not wearing masks. The only time I got told to put a mask on in South Carolina over the weekend was when I went to Walmart. The only places that are making you put a mask on are the huge chains. You know, the huge corporate deals where they have corporate rules. Yeah, Walmart had a security guard, and I had just left the gym, and I asked the people at the gym because they weren't wearing masks. I said, "What's the deal in South Carolina? I see you guys aren't wearing your masks." And they said, "Well, it's they're encouraging it, but it's supposed to be voluntary." So, you know, there were a few people in the gym in South Carolina wearing masks, but not everybody. And so anyway, I went to Walmart after I left the gym, and I went walking in without my mask on. The security guard stopped me. She's like, "Sir, do you have a mask?" I said, "Yeah, it's on my head. I was wearing it like a do-rag." And I put it on. I said, "Is it still a law here?" She said, "Yeah, it's a state mandate." I don't know if I believe that, but maybe it is. Whoa. Do you think Joe Biden will show up tomorrow? Yes. And I think he will be all doped up on fucking Adderall. I think Adderall would be about the perfect drug for someone who's in the early stages of dementia like him. A couple of Addies and he'll be fucking ready to rock the house.
Upcoming violation, 8-hour rest limit.
Oh shit, I forgot to go off duty. So anyway. But anyway, back to what we were talking about, Joe Biden. Any of you guys know anything about dementia or Alzheimer's? There's something associated with that in the early stages of it. They call it sundowners. And what that means is right around sundown, and I guess it really doesn't matter what time because, you know, the sun sets later in the summer. But right around sundown, whatever time of the year it is, people in the early stages of dementia and Alzheimer's get much worse. Like they might wake up lucid and have a pretty good day, but right around sundown, they start to really, really regress. I'm a courier here in Georgia, and I only have to wear a mask when I enter medical facilities. Awesome. Yeah, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida are like turning into be my 3 favorite states. But anyway, back to what I was talking about with the sundowners. So and any of you guys that have anyone uh, close to you that you've watched go through the stages of dementia and Alzheimer's, you know what I'm talking about. They might be fine at lunchtime, but then, 4 or 5 hours later when the sun's going down, they start to get a little loopy and you got to put grandpa to bed. And sometimes they become angry and aggressive because they don't understand what's happening. They think everyone's out to get them. So, but we've already seen a little bit of that behavior in Joe Biden, like when he wants to fight people and shit like that. So I was listening to Rush Limbaugh last week, and Rush Limbaugh had a fucking awesome theory because I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday, the Biden campaign said that we're shutting the campaign down at 10:30 in the morning, not doing any appearances after 10:30 in the morning. And at first, Rush just thought that was completely ridiculous. Like, geez, we're X amount of days away from the election. Nobody shuts down their campaign at 10:30 in the morning. And then after a commercial break, he came back and he's like, I think I figured it out. I think they're adjusting his biological clock so that he won't, because the debates, I believe, are at 9 p.m. And somebody in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, they're going to be an absolute train wreck by 9 p.m., even if they had a really good day. So Rush came up with this theory that they're manipulating his internal body clock. They did it all last week by slowly converting him into staying up at night and then sleeping the day away, so that they can wake old Joe Biden up tomorrow from sleep about 6 o'clock in the morning. Get him drinking coffee, pump a couple of Adderall in him, let him get fully woken up, and his body's going to think it's morning. Sounds like a good theory. I don't know. But has anyone seen Biden in the past week do anything after fucking, noon? You haven't. I'm pretty sure Biden all last week was sleeping during the day. BBC has Biden winning. Well, I'll tell you what, anybody that drives the roads here in America, just judging by how many yard signs you see, he doesn't have near the support that Hillary had in 2016. I mean, even in blue states like New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, states I've been through quite a bit the past 3 weeks because I've been running the I-95 corridor up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's those blue states in 2016 were loaded with Hillary Clinton yard signs, and you just don't see them for Joe Biden. Jay, got any tips for a tall guy deadlifting? I'm 6'4" and having some bad lower back pain after doing them. I don't know. I mean, for one thing, a tall guy like you should be wearing a belt when you deadlift. I don't know. A tall guy. I wouldn't recommend sumo because if you're going to do sumo deadlifts, you might as well just squat. So if you want to stick with conventional deadlifts, I don't know, man. What you could be like Lenny or Big Brad Wolf and do rack deadlifts, but that takes the hamstrings out of the fucking picture. And if you're 6'4", you probably have a hard time building legs. So you probably appreciate the hamstring development you get from doing deadlifts off the floor. I'm exactly 6 feet tall, maybe a quarter or a half inch taller. and I was a relatively narrow deadlifter. I had this theory that with a narrow stance and a somewhat narrow grip, I could almost I just visualized like a coil spring getting down into that deadlift stance, and I thought that I was stronger, somewhat narrow. I don't mean real narrow, just more narrow than average. But you're 6'4", that might not work for you. Yeah. Well, remember those 45 plates, those 45-pound plates don't get any taller for you tall guys. That's why it's not really fair. These chicks that are fucking 4'10", 98 pounds, and they can deadlift 400. Yeah, they're doing a quadruple body weight deadlift. Yeah, they are. I give them that. But if you take a chick who's 4'10", 98 pounds, and then she goes, and then on top of that, she does a sumo. How far is that fucking bar path? Fucking a couple inches? It's just not fair. Anybody 98 pounds should be able to do a quadruple bodyweight deadlift. If you're only 4'10", you barely got to bend down to pick up the bar. So, whatever. Dolan Duck, you're 1'6". That's a big duck. My back hurts all the time. Age combined with manual labor and injuries. It's sick and piss. Yeah, manual labor sucks. You know what I cannot do? Nothing hurts your lower back more than digging a hole with a fucking shovel. Jesus Christ. Oh, you want to have a sore back? Go dig a hole. Or what about raking? Oh, fuck. Did you guys see Gabby Gizmo today on Instagram? Someone tricked her into saying Jay Masters, Crush Country, and what's his name? The British dude are gay. Oh, God, it's great. I posted it on my story. Jay obviously never weeded in his life. I don't know what that means. I know they make a tool that's like a rake, but it's for cutting weeds at the roots, right? It almost looks like the hydroplane on the bottom of a fucking boat. It's like an H. Infantry life will destroy you too. Well, shit. What about airborne? Those guys can't have real good knees. Fuck. Irrigation work. Yeah. Irrigation work. You're always down low because that's where the fucking sprinkler heads are. Fuck that. What truck drivers whose bodies are trashed, and they're not really truck drivers, they're delivery drivers who have a CDL. And their product is light, so it's not the weight of their product. It's getting down low to stock the bottom shelf that trashes their body, and it's the bread guys and the potato chip guys. Their bodies are fucked. And they're hauling fucking potato chips and bread into the store out of the back of their truck. But dude, you see those guys stocking that bottom shelf in the bread aisle and the potato chip aisle? That's fucked. I couldn't get on the ground like that and stock a shelf. That's brutal. People think delivering potato chips or bread, it must be easy because it's light. You got to stock that bottom shelf, and getting low is not good for your body. I delivered pop for 7 years. Yeah, delivering soda will kill you too. Did you have a side loader? See, with a side loader, you don't have to come down out of the back of that truck on a ramp. I delivered liquor and wine for a few years, and coming down that ramp with a hand truck full of product, that was murder on my knees. You had a side loader? Yeah, that's better. Coming out of the back of a truck with on a ramp will fucking destroy you. Misfits, piss troopers, maniacs, we are followers, need a name. What? You're the Masterson Militia. How about that? I like it. If you don't want to eat, or the Masters Militia. Side load, you think working out of a side load truck is more work? I hated delivering soda pop out of a side load truck. I worked for 7-Up Canada Dry down here in Florida for a little while. I hated that job. Doing cross country over the road trucking where you got a sleeper cab and you don't have to touch shit is so much more fun than being a fucking local truck driver. See, a local truck driver is nothing but a glorified fucking manual labor job. You're schlepping some kind of product into a store multiple times a day. Look at all the guys that delivered Coke and Pepsi their whole life and they're crippled by the time they get retired. Everyone thinks their job is the hardest, though. No, bullshit. I just said my job is so much easier than what I used to do, you clown. I just contradicted what you just said. I get paid to listen to the radio. I drive the truck for free, if you think of it that way. They pay me to listen to the radio and the air conditioning. And I drive the truck for free. You ask some guy who delivers Coke or Pepsi or Miller or Budweiser, how would you like to just drive in an air-conditioned truck and listen to the radio all day? They're going to say that'd be fucking a cakewalk. Oh, Brad's going to make sure I never get that satellite radio. Big J, you ever help unload your truck? I have done driver assist. Sometimes, in special circumstances where we deliver somewhere that doesn't have a loading dock, like where the guy has got a forklift down on the ground, if I don't feel like helping, they got to hook a chain up to the pallets, pull the pallets to the tail of the trailer, then grab the pallet with their forklift. Sometimes I'll help. I'll have the forklift operator put a pallet jack in the back of my truck, and I will just pallet jack the pallets to the tail of the truck so that he doesn't have to get off the forklift. It's really not that bad. Some deliveries require it, but I've only done a couple that actually require it. Most of the time it's optional. And I'll tell you what, if I'm not in any kind of hurry, like if I don't have a load booked after the one I'm at right now, fuck it. I'll let them drag those things with the chain. Fuck them for not having a loading dock. But no, you try and help out the forklifters. You don't want to be, as a truck driver, you don't want to be an asshole to forklift operators. They already think you're a pampered bitch, so you can't act like one. Okay, Jay, can you arm wrestle or not? Absolutely not. I'm the world's worst arm wrestler for my size. I'll bet there's thousands, if not tens of thousands, of 200-pound guys that can ruin me in arm wrestling. Yeah, I won't do it. It's stupid. Chris Bullard looks pretty mean and lean. I wouldn't go that far, but arm wrestling is a ton technique and a lot of God-given natural talent as well. I mean, I remember in high school or, even junior high, there were kids that could just arm wrestle. And it doesn't matter if you lift weights or not. There's certain people that can just arm wrestle. And I don't know if it's tendon attachment, if it's genetic, or if maybe their dad was a fucking redneck and slapped them around and made them arm wrestle. But there's a few different factors in arm wrestling. It's a ton technique, and I think the second biggest factor is God-given talent. And then third would maybe be training for it. It's wrist strength, arm wrestling, bicep, and wrist strength. Well, I got relatively weak biceps, but my wrist strength and my whatever the other thing you said is decent. Yeah, I got weak biceps. Yeah, so I did something pretty cool on Saturday though, or no, Sunday when I did back at that gym in South Carolina. I don't know if you guys have seen the gym review on my page. They had a fat bar. They actually had two of them. You know the Olympic bars that are really fucking fat. I did some curls with a fat bar because I hate doing curls. I despise it. But when I saw that fat bar, I'm like, you know what? I haven't done fat bar curls in a while. I can get away with just doing a couple of sets, and I'm going to get pretty good results for very little effort. So I did 2 sets of 15 fat bar curls, and my fucking forearms were pumped. I wish every gym had a fat bar. What I mean, why waste your time after you do back doing a bunch of biceps? If you got access to a fat bar, just do some fat bar curls, and your fucking arms are fucking trash quick. Cody Allen, 1988. Jay, I sent you a message on Instagram, so when you're done, you'll remember who I am. Well, Cody, I know who you are. Your autism fucking is shining strong. Did you apologize to Brad yet? I don't know. Maybe I've apologized. I think every time I get drunk, I talk about how great Brad and Valerie are, and then I drink more, and then I trash them before the live is over. So it's kind of stupid to apologize. The only thing that bums me out is trolls have been messaging me that Brad's talking shit about me on his live. I mean, I really hope that's not true, because I don't have anything against Brad. I mean, other than the fact he's a hipster, he doesn't know how to train, and That's about it. I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with Brad, but people are sending me messages that, oh, Brad said you guys aren't good. Well, I don't want to fall for it because I don't know what's true or not. Brad burns calories, doesn't build muscle, laughing out loud. You're 100% correct. When Brad trains, Brad is exercising. Brad is conditioning. Brad is in excellent shape. That little cocksucker can deliver the mail fucking 5-6 days a week, come home to a non-climate controlled gym and do fucking 30-40 fucking sets. You know, fucking 5, 6, 7 different exercises. So yeah, Brad is incredibly conditioned. But what he's doing to build muscle is 100% wrong. But he doesn't want to get any bigger. If Brad changed the way he trained, it got up to 220 pounds, he would hate his job. Best exercise to get more wrist strength. I don't know what you mean by wrist. You mean grip strength? I would say deadlifting without straps. I mean, what's better than that? You deadlift without straps, you're going to get strong hands. Brad doesn't need to be bigger. I agree. He's a mailman. He's got to be able to fucking move fast. How can I increase my military press max? I would say do more triceps would be a real simple answer. How do I get freaky shoulders, Jay? I would recommend following the PJ Braun protocol. No, but on a serious note, if you really want to get a good shoulder pump, I mentioned this one time before that these big guys, when I was a teenager, these real big guys that I grew up with that were much older than me, they were the biggest guys in the gym. And they used to do an interesting superset. On shoulder day, they would do dumbbell side laterals supersetted with barbell shrugs. And that's how you can get the maximum amount of blood into your shoulders. Superset dumbbell side laterals with barbell shrugs. Remember, do the isolation exercise first. Do the dumbbell side laterals first, and then with no rest, pick up a barbell and do shrugs. So you continue to work the traps after the deltoid has already gone to failure. And you continue the pump. How much you weigh now, Jay? I have no idea. Are you still trying to lose weight? I don't know. I do stupid shit with my diet. Like today, I started driving on pre-workout powder. So I was basically fasting. And then when I broke down to eat, I was still driving. So it was convenient to just start chewing on some beef jerky. And then I took a bunch of coconut oil pills with it to give myself some good fat because I hadn't eaten since last night. So I'd done like a decent fast and didn't take in any carbs. So my lunch today was beef jerky and coconut oil pills. So I do stupid shit like that. Then my dinner was whole milk, eggs, and some, what's the name of that? I got some other kind of fucking healthy fucking omega, not fish oil. I'm all out of fish oil. What's the other fucking oil pill I do? Fuck. God damn it, I can't think of it. Is it right there? Might be on the ground. Coconut oil. I don't know, I got some kind of other fucking... No, not krill. Krill is good though. Might be sunflower oil. What's your favorite cut of meat? The New York strip. No questions asked. No, it's not flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil's got too much omega-6 and 9, right? You fucks aren't going to leave me alone until I tell you. I don't fucking see it. I didn't think it was sunflower. Maybe. God damn it. That's really pissed me off. I can't fucking find it. Put it away. Oh shit, it is flaxseed oil. Yeah, I don't like to take a lot of flaxseed oil because it's got omega-6 and omega-9, and I eat a lot of red meat. You really don't need to. If you're trying to improve your lipid profile, I don't really think you should be supplementing 6 and 9. But I'm out of my fish oil. So normally normally I take fish oil, flaxseed oil, and coconut oil. But I take, like, let's keep it simple. I take it like a 3-2-1 ratio. Like if I'll have 3 fish oil, 2 coconut oil, and 1 flaxseed oil. That way I'm getting more omega-3s than anything. That way my ratio, flax will improve your cholesterol. Yes, but it also increases your omega. It's got omega-6 and omega-9, which are really not good. I mean, you need them, but if you're getting them in your natural diet, and there's tons of omega-6 in beef, I believe. Any ideas on managing shoulder pain while lifting? Yeah, Decadurabolin, otherwise known as nandrolone decanate. Jay, I've been thinking of retiring in my early 20s and buying a couple of acres of land and buying an RV or trailer. I'm willing to lose everything. Should I do it? Thoughts? Early 20s. Jay, I heard you called Brad crying and confessed your love for him. I don't think that's true. Yeah, I should get some krill oil. But yeah, that's normally what I do with my fish oil, my coconut oil, and my flaxseed. Is I'll take 3 fish, 2 coconut, 1 flax. How much red meat do you have per week? A lot. I normally never buy chicken, ever. Because chicken is stupid. Jay, cocaine or Molly? Cocaine. Why not call Brad now? Brad doesn't pick up for me anymore. Brad's too cool. Ugh. Do you eat ice cream daily? No. But I did have a pint of Cherry Garcia last night. Lefty Narrow Productions. Brad is done with you. Well, Brad's loss. Thoughts on Jerry Garcia? I don't really know much about Jerry Garcia. I was never into the Grateful Dead. I definitely am not into their fans. Deadheads are not my kind of people. But I don't really know much about Jerry. Do you eat fish? Not enough, but I love fish. Anytime I'm at a buffet, I always try and eat fish. Do you think she-males are hot? Only when they keep their underwear on and you can't see their cock and balls. The minute they take their pants off and you can see their cock and balls, I'm done. But, hey, if they got their pants on, a tranny blowjob is a victimless crime. What you don't know won't hurt you. Yeah, whitefish doesn't have very good flavor anyway. So, if you can find some whitefish on the buffet, who really cares what the quality is? Like, only a moron is going to pay real top dollar for whitefish. I mean, if I'm gonna spend money on a nice piece of fish, it's certainly not going to be a fucking whitefish. It's going to be fucking, some salmon or some tuna. I like swordfish a lot. You're not going to find swordfish on a fucking buffet. Should salmon be undercooked for gains? That doesn't make any sense, brah. The reason you need to cook fish is so it's easier for your body to digest it. Raw fish, like sushi, sits in your belly for a long, long time. Your body doesn't start to break it down and turn that protein into amino acids until your stomach acid basically cooks that raw fish. So, one of the worst proteins, you don't want to eat any raw protein post-workout. Like raw eggs, stupid. Raw fish, stupid. Because basically that shit is not ready to digest. Those raw eggs and that raw fish are going to sit in your stomach and not start to digest until your stomach acids, basically, like I just said, cook them. So, but so those are two of the slowest digesting proteins. Now, the flip side of that coin, two of the fastest digesting proteins are the exact same foods: cooked eggs and cooked fish. So, if the two worst proteins to eat post-workout are cooked fish or raw fish and raw eggs, and the two best are cooked fish and cooked eggs, what are you going to do? Really, if you like sushi, if you really like sashimi tuna or sashimi salmon, you would really want to eat that later in the day, like before bedtime. Right? Belly full of fucking sashimi, you're going to have amino acids slowly into your bloodstream all night while you sleep. I really like salmon and tuna sashimi. That's my favorite. Why don't you and Dale get along? I do get along with Dale. Salmon is an overrated and overhyped fish. Well, that's because so much of it is farm raised and garbage. I mean, look at the corn we're eating today in 2020 compared to the corn that the Native Americans, I shouldn't call them native because they're not native, but compared to the corn that the red man was eating before the pilgrims got here. I mean, the corn that was being grown in this country probably, up until about 1900 was just amazing. Like a powerhouse food. But we've leached our soil from not rotating crops, and now we got genetically modified corn. I mean, corn is really a superfood. But modern day corn is basically worthless. It's basically like good tasting sugar on a stalk. If you could get some corn from 100 years ago, that's a completely different animal nutritionally. Corn is garbage nowadays. Do you have any friends left except mommy? Shit. You guys really think this Brad thing is weighing on my conscience very deeply. I've gone into this in great detail. Buy Brad a new skateboard. I don't think Brad skateboards. What about McCuck? I talked to Adam the other day on the phone. You know, thoughts on debate. We already went over that. Brad still has your power rack. No, that's Brad's power rack. I'm not an Indian giver. I don't need to talk about Hillbilly Ray. But I will talk about the Order 66 that I put on Ray, which was a mistake because the reason I Order 66 Ray was because Ray got basically ganged up on by two troll accounts, which I think are the same person. The Debbie Robbins account, which is my mom's name, and the Blue Man Group account, which was an account just created to show those three stupid live streams I did that night in the hotel when I looked blue. So anyway, Debbie Robbins, not the real Debbie Robbins, the Debbie Robbins troll account messaged Ray, asking Ray if Ray was a racist like his buddy Jay Masters. And Ray said a few things back to Debbie, not the real Debbie. The real Debbie's my mom. But anyway, so the fucking Debbie Robbins account screenshot what Ray had said in a private message and then superimposed it on a screenshot of me when I was all blue and then reposted it on the fucking Blue Man Group fucking page. Very elaborate troll job, by the way. Whoever Debbie Robbins and the Blue Man Group is, they really did a good job. So, but it said Country Crush on it, so it looked like it was from Ray's story. But I think it was fucking photoshopped. So I flew off the fucking handle thinking Ray was talking smack about me. And anyway, so once I figured out, see, I didn't know all this while it was going on in real time. I figured this all out later because I'm an investigator. And, once I figured out this is a huge misunderstanding, I canceled the Order 66. I told the trolls, leave his kids alone, leave his daughter alone. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't go after his fucking 2-year-old grandson who's never heard of anybody. But that wasn't good enough for Ray. Ray still wants to try and, but I actually think Ray is starting to soften up to this whole thing. And I think old Ray is actually having some fun with it now. And once I saw that Ray is actually having some fun with it and actually bragging about how proud he is of how many followers he's gained, Ray might play a fucking stupid country boy on Instagram, but the minute he said, I'm enjoying all these views and all these extra followers, it's helping my algorithm. Ray's not that stupid. He must have learned a thing or two in prison. So, anyway, I don't want any problems for Ray. Ray's not a bad person. I mean, maybe he was in the past, but the motherfucker did his time. I got no problem with Ray. The guy is in a wheelchair, and he wants to fucking box me in a gym and Ray has put me in a bad jam where Ray's like trying to make me look like a coward because I don't want to fight him. But the flip side of that coin is where Ray wants me to go to meet him to box could be a fucking trap with a bunch of goddamn PMs. And even if it's not a trap, let's just say Ray honestly wants to box me and it's not a trap and he doesn't have a bunch of PMs there. Still, if I agree to fight a guy who's in a wheelchair, the trolls are just going to turn on me. Like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Like, Jay, you're a pussy, you're a fucking coward, you don't want to fight Ray. And then if I agree to box Ray, like, oh, you're so tough, you want to beat up a guy in a wheelchair. Like, dude, I'm not new to this internet thing. So, I know well enough to just not say a fucking word. Oh my God. A wheelchair boxing match. Would that be ridiculous? I think Ray would beat the fuck out of me in a wheelchair boxing match because he spent more time in the chair. It's only natural. Oh, that's funny. That's a good one. Whoever just said that, yeah. Ray is a smart hillbilly. He put me in a position where I cannot win. I either agree or no, I either don't accept the fight and Ray gets to tell all his buddies what a pussy I am, what a coward I am. Jay Masters is afraid. He backed down from another fight. Or I agree to fight Ray, and then the trolls are going to be like, oh, you're going to go fight a cripple? You're going to go pick on someone in a wheelchair? So it's really a bad situation. And then coupled with the fact that Ray's been posting all these videos of me making racial slurs, and Ray lives in California where there's a bunch of PMs that have face tattoos. Only a fool shows up to a fucking staged fight. I mean, I'm not going to California, hour drive from Ray's fucking house, where all his degenerate friends from Narcotics Anonymous, and maybe some of his old biker club that still associate with him, and all his fucking autistic arm wrestling buddies, and whatever black people he can fucking stir up with showing them shit I've said on the internet when I was hammered. That would be the most hostile situation you could ever create. And Mama didn't raise no fool. I would have to be an idiot to agree to that, because it could be a complete setup. See, if I was Ray, here's how I would do it. I would make it an honest boxing match, and everything would be fine, and me and Jay Masters would do an honest boxing match. But Jay Masters isn't getting out of there, well, he might get out of there alive, but I'm going to have so many black people there. The minute he tries to leave and get in his car, he's going to get fucking jumped. 'Cause I know how the PM operate. So I'm not interested in this boxing match at all. Even if it's a legitimate boxing match, it's still a setup. And only a fool falls for a setup. You notice Ray was like, gym of my choice, and this and that. He was setting me up to have a bunch of fucking, what's a good word? Oh, PM. Jump me after the boxing match. Not going to California with some gym of Ray's choice, so he can have all his PM friends there. Ray's friends with people that have face tattoos, you stupid fucks. Ray wants to fight. Ray doesn't want to fight. Ray wants to lure me into a trap, and I'm not going to let the trolls help him. I don't even want to beat up Ray, but I mean, meet Ray in Texas. I'm not scheduling my work life around meeting a fucking person for a fucking celebrity boxing match where all the money's going to fucking charity. The only nice thing I like about what Ray was doing is he said all the money would go to charity, and I like that. I think we should do more of that in the fitness industry. Like I could fight Mark Gloveliner, I could fight Brad, I could fight PJ Braun. I mean, we do this thing right. We could do a real circuit, you know. Ray wants to have the gloves, the headgear, an official referee, you know, state rules. It sounds great on paper, but dude, Ray is an ex-con. Ray is a meth head in recovery. Ray used to be in a biker gang. I believe he's been excommunicated. At least he says he's an ex-biker. Which he probably is, because from what I've heard, he was in protective custody in prison. They had to keep him out of the general population to keep him alive. But anyway, I don't hold it. I've never been in prison. I don't know anything about prison. They were probably keeping Ray in protective in the out of general population because of the PMs. And the whole reason Ray is pissed at me is because I said something about PMs. So Ray's being a big time hypocrite here. Thus, Ray came out, you know, went to Narcotics Anonymous, found God, and then all of a sudden, you know, decided racism is evil. Now he has all these black friends. Well, more power to you, buddy. I've never been to prison. I've never had to make those choices. I'm just a suburban white pussy with a college education. I'm going to keep it that way. Yeah. Who cares anyway? Expo things are stupid anyway. You know, speaking of fucking setups at a fucking expo, you know, the way Rich Piana jumped Genova, the fucking special ed kid, at the fucking expo, dude. I really don't like Rich Piana. I've said that in the past. But you know what I dislike more than Rich Piana is his 5% following. They all seem like degenerates that like look like they used to be in fucking prison, or they belong in prison, or they want to get sent to prison. Those are not my kind of people. Not if you got a 5% tattoo, you're probably not my kind of person. I'm not saying anything bad about you. You might be a great person. Maybe it was stupid that you got the 5% tattoo. We can excuse that. But I'm just saying, as a stereotype, Rich Piana's 5%ers are generally not my kind of people. I mean, Jerry Ward regrets his. Not exactly sure who Jerry Ward is, but yeah, I'm not getting a fucking tattoo for a fucking supplement company. I mean, maybe if PJ Braun from Blackstone Labs gave me his dad's Hellcat, I would get a tattoo. But that car's worth, you know, a used Hellcat. We'll get one for like 30 grand. I've heard of Hellcats going as little as 28 grand. So, yeah, if PJ wants me to get a Blackstone Labs tattoo, I want a Hellcat, or at least his Hellcat, because that car's worth like 28 grand to me. I wouldn't pay a penny more than 28 grand for a Hellcat. Buy some property for 28K. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced my next vehicle is going to be a Cummins turbo diesel Dodge Ram dually, two-wheel drive. And those fucking things make 1,000 pounds, 1,000 pound-feet of torque right off the fucking production line. To the guy that just said a skateboard is better than a hammer, if I see someone on a skateboard that looks like they could be Antifa coming towards my truck, I can always shoot them in the eyes with this out the window. See, that's a nice thing about being an 18-wheeler. It's you're above everyone else. Like, when you're a skateboarder, you're basically a fucking loser. I mean, most skateboarders don't even have a job at McDonald's. So if some skateboarder wants to roll up on my truck and try and kick my ass, I can just squirt him in the fucking eyes out my window with the Wasp and Hornet spray. And wait till I get the bear spray from the. Wait till I get bear spray. Jesus. Throw hammers like King Koopa. I don't know who that is. A skateboard is a better weapon than a gun. Yeah. Yeah. Because you could take a skateboard in a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks, and no one will even think twice about it. Think about that. But most places I go, they have signs that say no skateboarding. Because skateboarders are fucking losers. Can wear a gas mask for a bear spray. Mike Tebow, are you with Antifa or what? I mean, you don't have a profile picture. You talk a tough game. Come on, man. What are you, Antifa? You don't want to show your face? Pussy? What the fuck's wrong with you, son? Mike Tebow, where are you from? What's your real name? Where'd you go to school? What are your facts? What are your... Come on, man. You're not hiding? You claim to be a tough guy. You have no picture in your account. Come on, man. You're a complete troll. What are you going to tell me? Oh, I fight pro MMA. I was told by my manager I can't have any social media. It could hurt me for sponsors. Dude, I've heard it all before. Come on, man. You're a pro MMA fighter. Ray has too many shady fucking dark-skinned friends for me to ever show up to anything he sets up. I said it. I mean, for me to feel safe to show up to the LA Expo where Ray wants to do this fight, I would have to surround myself with bodyguards from the Aryan Nation, which I'm actually not opposed to. That would actually be kind of fun. Aryan, not Arab, you dumb fuck. See, Ray wants me to show up to this stupid boxing match so he can have a bunch of fucking bloods there to beat my ass. I'm not quite that stupid. Oh, Crips are the blue gang, like Mack Truck, big tough guy. Oh, Bloods are Mexican? I forget. The movie Colors was a long time ago. You guys are so stupid. No, I'm not afraid a PM is going to drop me. Dude, PMs travel in fucking packs. Yeah, I heard that about prison. That the fucking the Chicos basically they're the only racial group that sticks together. The Chicos are taking over this country. Now, I'm going to be long dead and buried before the Chicos take over this country. But you know what I got to say about it? The Chicos never had slaves. So, all these black people that don't want to work, that think everybody owes them something, they're in for a rude awakening. Once the Chicos are the majority in the United States, once the Chicos are the majority in the United States, the fucking blacks are fucked. Because Chicos never had slaves. So the blacks can't play that slave card like, oh, you used us. This is how you built the economy. Oh, we're so oppressed. The Chicos are going to be like, you know what? Fuck you. I wish I wish I could be alive for that fucking moment when the Chicos take over this country and they tell the fucking PMs, you know what? Fuck you. You're fucked. That's why when I was on McLeod's fucking podcast, I said I'm in negotiations with the Spanish. I'm I'm a visionary, man. I'm looking into the fucking future. I yeah. The the Chicos are not gonna tolerate the fucking PMs not working and carrying their weight. You watch. Well, I say you watch. We'll all be dead. 40 years from now or whatever. When the Chicos are the majority in this country, at least I'll be dead. And the fucking the PMs aren't going to get away with this food stamp abuse and just not working and claiming that they're oppressed, they can't get a job. Because, dude, the Chicos went through the same thing. And the Chicos, they got jobs. You want to know the difference? You guys want to know why the Chicos are taking over? Because most of them are Catholics and they stay together. They don't get divorced. They raise their kids out of two family households. And because they're Catholic, they don't believe in abortion. Whereas the PMs, all those young girls, they abort everything they got because, the Democrats will pay for your abortion. So if you're a young PM girl that just wants to party, you can find some Democrat group that's going to pay for your abortion. The Chicos are taking over this country. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, but you trust me. And the PM is going down because the Chicos never had slaves. So once the Chicos are the majority, there'll be no such thing as white guilt. All these PMs that thought they could get away with well, I'm so oppressed, I can't work. I can't find a job. I can't find decent housing. Dude, the Chicos are not going to be so sympathetic. The PM is fucked. Fucked. You guys may laugh, but think about it. Spain never had black slaves. Mexico never had black slaves. Once the Spanish are the majority in this country, the PM doesn't have anything to stand on. The Chicos are gonna fucking knock these PMs back into the fucking 18th century. They're gonna eliminate food stamps. Here's what you do. Eliminate food stamps. Eliminate Section 8 housing. And you chase the PM back into the woods like they were in the, before World War II, living in tar paper shacks, raising chickens, where they belong, rightfully. I mean, if you have a huge population of PMs, don't want them in your cities and your factories. See, what happened with the United States is we really fucked up. We got tangled in World War II, and we sent all of our whites overseas to fight. So a lot of PMs migrated north to get factory work. Well, look where that got us. Look what a world of shit we're living in now. So once the Spanish or the Chicos are the majority, they're not going to be so sympathetic to these PMs. And they are going to basically defund fucking Section 8 housing, food stamps, and they're going to chase the PM back to living in tar paper fucking shacks in the fucking woods, raising chickens. Rightfully so, where they belong. I mean, this is why Hitler said he would never invade the United States. Hitler is quoted as saying, America's Negro problem would bankrupt the fatherland. Hello? 75 years later, it's true. Who the fuck wants to take... You think the Chinese or the Russians want to conquer America and then be in charge of fucking feeding all of our blacks? Are you fucking serious? If you were the leader of China or the leader of Russia, why the fuck would you ever go to war with the United States? Because they have a black population that if you conquered them, that black population is going to bankrupt you. Like China is better off just like being cool with the United States, because like who shops at Walmart? Basically fucking, besides hillbillies, it's mostly blacks. I mean, all that cheap shit for sale in fucking Walmart, who buys that? The blacks. Why the fuck would China ever want to beat us in a war so that the number one customer of their cheap bullshit products, they'd all of a sudden become responsible for? It makes no sense. IQ doesn't matter. It's environment. The PMs are just out of control. Out of fucking control. And some of them are good people, but they are so lathered up to fucking protest. because of the environment they're living in, like this Breonna Taylor shit. That shit, that chick was a fucking whore. And she went from living with one drug dealer to living with the next drug dealer. I don't care. You know, like the liberal media wants to tell you what a great woman she was. Yeah. But she bedded down with drug dealers. And the minute her drug dealer boyfriend went to prison, she found another one who was willing to shoot at the cops. So go fuck yourself. The PM they just haven't quite finished evolution yet. Like, take for example LeBron James. He really thinks he's intelligent, right? Oh, LeBron James, I'm very intelligent. Well, that motherfucker skipped college. Okay. Well, I might skip college if I had an opportunity to make millions. But you know who LeBron James roots for? Ohio State, where some of the most stupid people in the world root for. So LeBron James is so stupid. He wanted to be an Ohio State Buckeye his whole life. And then he decides to skip his life dream of being an Ohio State Buckeye and go for the money. That makes him the stupidest PM in the history of the fucking world. The fuck? You're an Akron PM. Your life is go to Ohio State, and you skip that. Now you're a pro, and you wanna play like, oh, I'm an intellectual. My name's LeBron James. You're not an intellectual. You're a fucking Akron fucking ghetto fucking PM. You couldn't even go to Ohio State. Get the fuck out of here, LeBron. You're an intellectual. Dude, your brain, because you have a huge skull, because you're a Negro, there's no density there. Like, it's just a bunch of false material, like a bunch of fatty men are in there. I'm fucking awesome. Fuck LeBron. How many of you guys are friends with LeBron? Fuck him. I don't like any pro sports right now. What we should be doing is we should be filling these stadiums due to COVID-19 restrictions. And before they fucking play the national anthem, before all these PMs want to take a knee, we should be shouting, Take a knee for Trump, you dumb PM. Take a knee for Trump, you PM. How about that? Imagine going to a fucking game where everybody got to say, "Hey, LeBron, take a knee for Trump, you PM." I think Big Lenny is going to make the PM. Everyone's in the world is going to know what a PM is. I want to start something right here because I'm so jealous of Lenny. Before there was the PM, there was the CP. And that would cotton picking. Listen here, LeBron James, you cotton picking. See? It works better than the CP. I mean PC or PM. Porch monkey. Cotton picker. This is Reich Marshall Masterson. This is my. I have a piss order right now. We so that we know the differences between people that are loyal to Brad and people that are loyal to me. People that are loyal to Brad, I want you to keep saying porch monkey. And people that are loyal to me, I want you to start saying cotton picker. Are we clear? If you love Brad, continue to say porch monkey. If you love Big J, start saying cotton picker. That would make me happy. Smoky, smoky, choky, choky. I haven't had a cigarette in over 48 hours. I'm due. I always put myself through the um, cigarette withdrawals. That way I'm never addicted. That way I always like it. A lot of you guys on here don't like me. You think Big Red Wolf is the guy, the misfits that you want to be the new leader. I'm willing for a peaceful transfer of power over to the Big Red Wolf. But he needs to stop talking trash that might be somewhat fight instigating. Like I heard the other day, Big Red Wolf called me a walking abortion, and I don't even know if that's true. I never verified it because Big Red Wolf never picked up my phone call. But people are telling me that Big Red Wolf called me a walking abortion. Now, here's my thinking. I love Brad, and I love Valerie, and I love Valerie's kid, and I love Brad's kid. So, but if what Brad said is true, and Brad did say I'm a walking abortion, he brought my mother into it, and by calling me an abortion, he brought the kids into it. So, if anybody can verify that Brad called me a walking abortion, it's game on like Donkey Kong. Because I've been trying not to talk about Brad's family, like people that had his children, or maybe children he's kind of trying to adopt, but maybe too afraid to adopt. But if Brad called me a walking abortion, let's roll. 'Cause I got some shit up my sleeve. I hope the fuck Brad didn't call me a walking abortion. Because when you call someone a walking abortion, that's bringing family into it, right? I mean, an abortion, you can't say the word abortion without thinking about someone's family, can you? So, anyway, if Brad called me a walking abortion, not only is he, like, right now Brad thinks he's cool, like, oh, I'm getting pussy, I got a beard, I got tattoos, yeah, fucking, I'm out having a fucking beer, and yeah, I do a little grass, I'm having a smoke. Yeah, if Jay shows up here, man, I'll tell him what a dick he is. Dude, you called me a walking an abortion? I'm gonna punch you the minute I fucking see you. What do you, what? Your bitch is gonna call the police? She should be proud of me for punching you. if she's got a fucking... The fuck's wrong with you, son? You called me a walking abortion? I hope it's not true. I pray to my bones it's not true. You called me a walking abortion. Because Brad, if you called me a walking abortion, I'm going to show you what a walking abortion is. And you know what I'm talking about. It's should have got that vasectomy a little sooner. If you talk shit about me like that, I am gonna literally, I'm gonna ruin you, so that you try and throw the first punch at me the next time you see me. If I find proof you called me a living abortion, I'm gonna let the fans know about your living abortion. And then I hope you did. I really hope you did. I hope you didn't say that. I have faith you didn't. I think I'm being trolled, and I want to be on your side. But hey, if I get proved wrong that you called me a living abortion, it's time to tell the trolls about the truth. And what are you going to do about it, little 200-pound boy? Well, I'm 200. I've got tattoos. I've got really good hair. And I drink hipster beer. And my girlfriend is hot. And she thinks I'm really tough. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Let's just hope you didn't call me a living abortion or a walking abortion. Brad, if you fucking said that, dude, what I'm going to do to you, you're going to want to throw first, and it's game on, brother. It's game on. I hope you didn't do that to me. That's why I'm not talking shit, because I don't trust these trolls. But if you did that, oh, I feel bad for you. I don't want to fight you. I don't give two fucks about you. But if you called me a walking abortion or a living abortion, I'm going to bring up your family. Fair's fair. But if I'm being trolled, I'll keep my mouth shut. Fair's fair. I'm going to wait for the facts to come out. You need to be careful, son. You need to be really careful. The Big J still likes you. And if you really said that, I'm going to fuck you real hard. Real hard. I feel bad for you. If you said that. If I'm getting trolled, then I'm just an idiot. And I can live with that. And I love you.